Are you looking for a way to bomb man coverage in Madden? Do you find yourself having a step on the defensive back every time, but you just always underthrow the football? This is not your fault. In Madden 23, when EA released skill-based freeform passing, they drastically reduced your ability to put the ball in the right position when winning against man coverage. Now this really sucks. The reason this sucks is because the most popular blitzes online are cover zero blitzes, like Spinner, Mike Blitz Zero, and even Overstorm Brave. In this video, I will introduce you to the concept of the freeform high ball lob, which will ensure that you never have a pass underthrown and make sure that you receive a fantastic animation for continuing your momentum down the field. Now let's break down exactly how we're going to utilize this against man coverage. So right now we're playing the very meta Overstorm Brave Blitz. The thing we're going to utilize the most is just a simple streak. So we have Allen Lazard versus Darnell Savage. Allen Lazard is 90 speed or 91 speed, and Darnell Savage is 93 speed. Now, despite this discrepancy, Allen Lazard will still have enough space for us to perform the freeform high ball lob. Now, to perform this freeform high ball lob, what we're going to do is we're going to press the left trigger, then the left bumper. That'll allow us to turn on freeform and turn on the high ball mechanic. Then we're just going to pass lead up, just slightly, not too much, and that'll allow us to get that really good animation. So let's go a quick example here. So in this case, we have Lazard, and we're just going to throw it up, freeform high ball, bang. And we get that beautiful high ball rack animation, as it's called in the competitive community. So despite having a speed disadvantage of 2 to 3 speed, we're still able to bypass this defensive back and throw it over him on a simple streak. Now, if I were to just regularly lob that ball, I'm going to showcase what happens. So if I just lob it regularly, let's see if we can actually get it. And in this case, it's underthrown. Darnell Savage is able to make a play on it, swat it, and in MUT, that's 100% a pick with the pick artist ability. Now you can see when I utilize this freeform high ball, I'm still given enough space to get it and catch the football. Now occasionally it will be overthrown if you do mess it up, but once you master it, it guarantees that it'll never be picked unless you throw it to a very covered receiver where there's maybe a 5 speed disadvantage, which is still rare for every game mode, including Reg, CFM, and MUT. So once again, you could see it's just a simple streak with a speed disadvantage, and I'm just freeform highballing and lobbing it. Now that is what I'm talking about. That is the worst case scenario, an incompletion and a slightly fatigued receiver from the hit. But you'll never find that you're throwing an interception or anything like that. So this is a very high reward, low risk. So low risk, high reward. This is something that you would love to see in the stock market type of play. You just put a streak on, you look for it, you freeform it, you highball it, you lob it, and you can get it. Now that right there, it was incomplete. Once again, the pressure is coming at me, so that could be affecting the pass lead. But let's see if we can get it again. Freeform, highball, lob, and we get it. That's usually the animation you're going to see when you run it. Now, let's show another example. This is the play shot fade cross, my favorite play in the game because of this outside release fade. Now, this outside release fade gets outside of any inside thirds that may appear, and it'll also get outside of deep halves. It's great versus every play. And if you'd like to see a ton of breakdowns of shot fade cross and all the plays in type doubles, make sure to check out acemadden.com and use code SWOLO at checkout to see my full ebook and unlock the entire website for $9.95. Now, let's talk about Romeo Doubs versus Jair Alexander on this outside release fade. So in this case, we're just going to snap the ball, freeform, high ball lob, right outside. So I just pass it a little bit more outside. And you can see we get that beautiful animation. So despite them having equal speed and Jair Alexander being backed off on Romeo Doubs, we're still able to lob it right over him every single time. But if I were to just regularly lob the football, you can see that it would be a little bit difficult for me to do so. So I'm going to try to get it. Let's see if I can get it. And you can see Jair Alexander was there for a swap. And that's why you have to utilize this mechanic every single time you throw a lob. A lot of the times, especially since the patch in December where they nerfed man coverage slightly, you'll find that man coverage just doesn't play as well against streaks. Now you can also do this on wheel routes. So if I just put a wheel on Aaron Jones here, let's see if I'm given enough time to throw it, we're going to be able to do the exact same thing. You just freeform, highball, and lob it. And this is a great way to use it in MUT, because a lot of the time people will have deep route KO, the deep route KO superstar ability that will knock the ball out if you do bypass them on a streak. However, usually the player on the running back won't have that ability. It'll have maybe another ability like a free pick artist or something like that. And that's when you can utilize this running back wheel route to just bypass man coverage, get right over him, freeform, high ball, and lob it. It's a super simple technique that can really take your game to the next level against every sort of man coverage in the game. Now, I don't want to ramble on too long. It's a simple technique. Integrate it, practice it, and you'll kill man coverage every time you play it online. Now, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe for the best Madden tips and content for the rest of Madden 23 and Madden 24. And if you're interested in some other offensive techniques, like how to score on every drive, or how to run the best offense in Madden, make sure to check out the videos here and here.